ஆழ்வார் திருடிகளே சரணம், ஆளவந்தார் திருடிகளே சரணம், எம்பெருமானார் திருடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருடிகளே சரணம், பெரியவாச்சான் பிள்ளை திருடிகளே சரணம். ஸ்ரீசைலேஷ தயாபாத்திரம் தீபக்தியாதிகுணார்ணவம் யதீந்திர பிரவணம் வந்தே ரம்ய ஜாமாதரம் முனிம் ரம்ய ஜாமாத்திரி யோகீந்திர பாத ரேகாமயம் சதா ததா யத்தாத்ம சத்தாதிம் ராமானுஜ முனிம் பஜே. லக்ஷ்மீநாத சமாரம்பாம் நாத யாமுன மத்தியமாம் அஸ்மதாச்சாரிய பரியந்தாம் வந்தே குரு பரம்பராம். யோ நித்யமச்சுதபதாம்புஜ யுக்மருக்ம व्यामोहतस्तदितराणि तृणायमेने अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोऽस्य दैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये. मातापिता योतयस्तनया भूति सर्वं यदेव नियमेन मदन्मयानाम् आद्यस्य न कुलपते रुकुलाभिरामं श्रीमत्तदङ्गरीगुणं प्रणमामि मूर्ध्ना भूतं सरश्च महताह्वये भट्टनाथ श्री भक्तिसारकुलशेखर योगिवाहान् भक्ताङ्ग्रिरेण प्रकालयतीन्द्रमिश्रान् जीवत्पराङ्कुशमुनिं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम्. स्वादयन्निह सर्वेषां त्रय्यन्तार्थं सुदुर्ग्रहं स्तोत्रयामास योगीन्द्रस्तं वन्दे यामुनाह्वयं. नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः. नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः. We've been enjoying Stotra Rathnam, which is a divine composition by Alavandar Yamunacharya, with the help of the commentary given by Periyavachan Pillai. We've seen up to the 40th Shlokam. The 39th and 40th Shlokams, Alavandar enjoyed Adishesha, Tiruvanantalvan, how Adishesha serves Bhagavan and Pirati in so many different ways. After enjoying that, Alavandar goes on to enjoy Garudalvar, Garudman. So in the 41st Shlokam, Alavandar is enjoying Bhagavan's closeness, Bhagavan's beautiful relationship with Garudalvar. Let us see the Shlokam first. Dasasaka Vahanam Asanam Dvajaha Yaste Vitanam Vyajanam Trayimayaha Upastitam Tena Puro Garudmata Twadangri Samarda Kirnanga Shobina. Let us see the introduction given by Periyavachan Pillai. In this Shlokam, Alavandar is explaining how Garudalvar is present as the Vahana, the vehicle, Dvaja, the flag, Bhagavan as the Garuda flag, and many other different forms and different actions which are done by Garudalvar for the pleasure of Bhagavan. So one who is having such activities, that is Garudalvar who is having such activities, and Garudalvar who is very dear to Bhagavan, just like Mombadam. Periyavachan Pillai uses this term Mombadam. Mombadam means the fruit which smells beautifully, which has a beautiful fragrance, and before eating the fruit, people will just smell the fruit. They'll keep smelling the fruit. So it is generally said to be the lemon, which has a unique and beautiful fragrance. So people usually smell that lemon. So similarly, Bhagavan greatly likes Garudalvar, and he is very dear servitor for Bhagavan. So Bhagavan's togetherness with Garudalvar is enjoyed by Alavandar in this Shlokam. Being on top of Garudalvar, riding Garudalvar, is one of the Paramapurusha Lakshana. That is, there are certain unique identification factors. Being the Lord of Sri Mahalakshmi, being the divine consort of Sri Mahalakshmi, reclining on Adishesha, having lotus eyes. Similarly, being the master of Garudalvar and riding Garudalvar, that is also another significant identity of Bhagavan. So that aspect is enjoyed by Alavandar in this Shlokam. Let us see the word by word meanings. Trayimayaha. Garudalvar is greatly glorified as embodiment of Vedam. So he is having the Vedas as his limbs. So all of his body, they are all Vedas personified. That is why if we see the reason Garudalvar is said to be Bhagavan's Vahana. That is because just as Vedam presents Bhagavan to us, Bhagavan is known as Veda Pratipadya. That means one who is revealed in Vedam. Similarly, Garudalvar carries Bhagavan and shows us this is Supreme Lord, this is the Supreme Lord. See for yourself. So that is why the similarity between Garudalvar and Vedam is often explained in Shastra. So, having that Vedam as his limbs, Yaha, that Garudalvar, Te, for you. So Garudalvar is similar to Adishesha that he assumes different forms and serves Bhagavan in different ways. So that different forms are listed here. Dasaha. So Garudalvar is a servitor for you. Saka, he is like a close friend for you. Why? Because Garudalvar is always with Bhagavan. Whenever Bhagavan takes out a stroll, he wants to go for a ride, then Garudalvar is present with him all the time. So he is like a friend. Whenever we go for an outing, we usually call our friends. So Bhagavan first calls Garudalvar because he is the one who is going to take Bhagavan everywhere. So being Saka, friend. And then Vahanam. Garudalvar is the vehicle for Bhagavan. Whenever Bhagavan has to go out, he takes the help of Garudalvar. Then Asanam. Garudalvar also becomes the Asanam, the divine throne, Simhasanam. And then Dwajaha. Garudalvar is like the flag for Bhagavan. Whenever there is Bhagavan going on a chariot, on top of the chariot we will see Garuda flag because that is the identity of Bhagavan's chariot. And then Vitanam. Vitanam means the cloth which is tied on top of Bhagavan, which protects Bhagavan from heat and the sun's rays. We see Vinada Sirivan Veil Kapan in Nachiyar Tirumadi. That is, when Krishna was playing on the fields of Vrindavanam, in the forest of Vrindavanam, at that time Garudalvar always flies on top of him and spreads his wings to protect Krishna from the heat. So, Garudalvar is also the cloth which is tied on top. And then Vyajanam. Vyajanam means chamara. Garudalvar assumes the form of chamara which can be used to fan Bhagavan. So one who is like that, Twat Angri Samarda Kena Anga Anka Shobina, that is having the scars by the constant pushing and kicking from your divine feet, by your divine feet. So Bhagavan sits on Garudalvar's shoulders, and to make Garudalvar fly, he kicks, just like a horse rider will kick the sides of the horse. Again, here Bhagavan kicks the Garudalvar's shoulders so that Garudalvar starts flying. So because of those kicking, Garudalvar's shoulders have beautiful scars. So one who is having such scars and one who is beautiful, Tena Garudmata, that by that Garudalvan, Puraha Upastitam, the one who is worshipped in front, because of Garudalva's help, Bhagavan is brought in front of us and we worship Bhagavan. So, such Bhagavan who is worshipped by us and such Bhagavan who is seated on Garudalvar. So, that is explained in this 41st Shlokam. So, similar to Adishesha, Garudalvar also assumes many different forms and serves Bhagavan. That is 41st Shlokam. Next, 42nd Shlokam. Tvadiya Bugdojita Sheshabojina Tvaya Nishishta Atma Barena Yadyata Priyena Senapatina Nyavedi Tat Tadanu Janantam Udhara Vikshanaihi. Very beautiful shlokam. Here, in this shlokam, Alavandar enjoys Bhagavan's relationship with Vishwaksena, Sena Mudaliyar, and how Bhagavan has given all his responsibilities to conduct this world at the disposal of Vishwaksena. So that is explained in this shlokam. And let us see the introduction given by Periyavachan Pillai. All the responsibilities towards Ubhaya Vibhuti, Nitya Vibhuti, that is Paramapadam, Vaikuntham, and Leela Vibhuti, Samsaram. All of his responsibilities have been placed by Bhagavan on Vishwaksena, Sri Senapati Alvan. And this entire activities, they are all at the disposal of Sri Senapati Alvan by the grace of Bhagavan, by the order of Bhagavan. Such Senapati Alvans, Vishwaksenas, Dasya Samrajyam, that is how he serves Bhagavan, how he is a king in serving Bhagavan, that is enjoyed by Alavandar in this shlokam. Vishwaksena or Sheshasana. Sheshasana is one of the foremost Nityasuris who serve Bhagavan greatly. Bhagavan has given the responsibility of conducting this whole creation and Parampadam to Vishwaksena. And this Vishwaksena is like an elderly minister. Usually we say in Paramapadam, everyone is looking like 25 years old only. They don't become old. They don't become old aged. They always remain youthful. But Vishwaksena alone is said to be an elderly minister. Even in his case, he is old in the form but not old in the heart. He is always enthusiastic to serve Bhagavan in various ways. So his interaction is shown in this pasaram. And also another special aspect of Vishwaksena is after any bhogam is submitted to Bhagavan and Pirati, that comes to Vishwaksena. He enjoys that prasadam of Bhagavan. Even in Srirangam, even today, whenever some bhogam is offered to Periyaperumal, that comes to Vishwaksena. And then only it goes to others. So that prasadam is first enjoyed by Vishwaksena after Bhagavan and Sri Mahalakshmi, and of course his divine consorts. So that greatness is there for Vishwaksena. Also, this is shown in Kedimidaraayavellam Padigam in Thiruvaimozhi also, how Vishwaksena gets the job done for Bhagavan on his behalf. So it is narrated beautifully. When Bhagavan, Sriman Narayana, Sri Devi, Bhumi Devi, Neela Devi, they are all enjoying in Paramapadam in a private quarters. They are all enjoying. At that time, Vishwaksena had some of the responsibilities to be completed. So he comes to get the approval of Bhagavan. At that time, Bhagavan and Pirati, they are all enjoying. Vishwaksena being the senior most minister, controller, commander in chief, he enters the private quarters. When he enters, the divine consort, Sri Mahalakshmi, Bhumi Devi, Neela Devi, they all become very shy to see in their private quarters some elderly person. Like suddenly father-in-law or father has entered into our private quarters when husband and wife are enjoying. So it will be very embarrassing. So Piratis, they all become embarrassed and they go and hide behind the divine throne, Simhasanam. And then Bhagavan hurriedly asks, "What do you want?" He doesn't even ask by his mouth, he just asks through his eyes. And Vishwaksena understands the question and he says, "These are the things to be done. In these many universes, Brahmas need to be changed. Here, this particular activity has to be done. Mahapralayam is coming soon. What are you going to do about it?" So he is asking all of those questions. And Bhagavan wants to send off Vishwaksena and continue his enjoyment with Piratis. He is like a prince in Sri Vaikuntham. So he answers everything through his eyes. Okay, do this, do this, do this, like that. And then Vishwaksena is happy. He got the approval. So he moves away immediately, understanding the situation. So this incident is beautifully narrated in Thiruvaimozhi's commentary by Nambillai, based on this Alavanda Shlokam also. That is also quoted there. So that is a very beautiful Anubhavam here. So let us now see the word by word meanings for this Shlokam. Tvadiya Bugda Ujjita Shesha Bojina. One who consumes the remnants of your food, whatever food bogam you consume, when there are remnants, Vishwaksena consumes them as prasadam. Tvaya, by you, nisrutta atmabarena, your burden, your responsibility were all placed by you towards him. What burden? The Ubhaya Vibhuti Nirvaham, the control of Nitya Vibhuti and Leela Vibhuti. All of those are placed on Priya, one who is very dear to everyone. Because of these facts, these aspects, Vishwaksena is very dear to everyone. Alvas, Acharyas, Nityasuris, Muktas, everyone likes Vishwaksena because Bhagavan himself has placed all his responsibility on Vishwaksena, and also Bhagavan's remnants are consumed by Vishwaksena directly. After, of course, Piratis. So one who is very dear to everyone. Senapatina, Vishwaksena, who is the commander-in-chief of the whole entourage of Bhagavan, army of Bhagavan. Yat yata nyavedi, whatever activities to be done, however they were requested by Vishwaksena, udhara vikshanehi, by merciful glances. Bhagavan need not even answer by his words, but he can just, by the movement of his eyes, by the merciful kataksham, that is glance, tat tada anujanantam, those activities were completed based on the orders given by Bhagavan. Bhagavan says, you do it this way, you do it this way. So one who is, Bhagavan is mercifully ordering Vishwaksena, and Vishwaksena is executing those tasks. So Bhagavan and Vishwaksena are having such close relationship, which is highlighted in this Shlokam. With this, we will stop for this session. Please go through the detailed commentary for sthOthrathnam in our divyaprabandham.coil.org and enjoy the deeper meanings of these Shlokams. Alvar Tirudikade Sharanam, Alavandar Tirudikade Sharanam, Embermanar Tirudikade Sharanam, Periyavachan Pillai Tirudikade Sharanam, Jiyar Tirudikade Sharanam, Jiyar Tirudikade Sharanam. எம்பெருமானார் தரிசனம் என்ன எதற்கு நம்பெருமாள் பேரிட்டு நாட்டி வைத்தார் அம்புவியோர் இந்த தரிசனத்தை எம்பெருமானார் வளர்த்த அந்த செயலறிகைக்கா